Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. You know business, me not care if them screw face, wow. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me not care if them no worried. They hear me fun too much, too much, whoa. Them not like me not like them. Them not rate me and them no friend. Me don't see you care the whole of them are eating. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear?
You could give them your heart, and I'm gonna still say that's not enough. Jah alone knows that you got it tough. He restored my soul like Lazarus and told me to live right even when man and just. Yo, this is Alabama. Your guy is artist representative for Talk the Things TV, where we talk the things. Yo, big up fire feelings. And remember, comment, like, and follow. Alabama representing, you know. Boom!
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call, and we're talking about Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours. Airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaitro Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthew's 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. What up? Oh, who's that walking down on a yogi? We up in the building, man. Yeah, man, you know the vibe is ready. Pleasant Thursday night. How you guys doing? Welcome down to the next edition of Let's Start the Things TV Talk Show. Or should we say Talk Call In Show? All right, let's go. Big up everybody in the building, man. You know the vibe is already, man. Shout out to everybody, you know what it is, you know? No matter where you are from right now. Yeah, man, big up to all my Grenadians, all my Trinidad, all my Bajans. everybody. I'm a Guyanese. I'm a Jamaicans. If I see Nigel interview, send it to me. I don't think I saw Nigel. If it's the press conference with him and all of them, yes, we did bring that cross on the platform. But if it's a new video, you don't know if you feed yourself? If it's a new video, just send it to me, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, we say Adrianna Justice-EP, and remember, purple art, purple art, purple art. I want you guys to purple art of the place, purple art of the screen. It's a purple art world. As you could see, people, the phone line is not open as yet. See, the phone lines are already ringing. Damn it. Damn. Like you guys just waiting for the phone to open.
Hey, they got a lot to say.
Cause you guys got a lot to say tonight, eh? Got a lot to say tonight. Purple up the screen. Mark Brown, big up yourself. You know the vibe is. Dennis, big up yourself, man. What up? Colette, big up yourself. Andre, big up yourself. Nikita Clarks, big up yourself, man. And big up to you. Patricia, good night to you. Renee, what up? What up? What up? We in the building. It's alright. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, everything good, everything move through, everything plug in tonight, definitely. We got some things to run through, some stuff to talk about. It's going to be a wonderful show, guys. You know, I was to start since 8 o'clock, but you know what it is. It's approaching to the weekends. You know, I got a heck weekend ahead of me. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I'm still celebrating. It finished. You don't want it finished?
Okay.
Nevertheless, man, you know, it's going to be a hell of a weekend this weekend, you know what I mean? Definitely, it is the month of June, you know what it is. And we vibing today is the 5th. Tomorrow is the 6th, you don't know what's up, guys. Welcome down to our next show. And like I said, shout out to everybody that definitely aborted us for the advertisement need. Once again, guys, if you guys are interested in advertising on the platform, guys, definitely contact 347-801-6231. Definitely we got some great packages for you guys. Yeah, man, like I said, business is business. Big business, small business. You're a party event keeper, promoter. You need your event to be promoted, your business to be advertised, or your event to be advertised. Come aboard and Let's Start the Things TV. And like I said, guys, look out our website. Soon upload, soon release. Okay, guys? You know if you eat this thing yourself. Okay, so we guys gonna let you know what's going on with the website. Look out, we soon upload on YouTube shop. Let's Start the Things t-shirt, Let's Start the Things cap. We're gonna be having some hoodies, some winter stuff, and some summer stuff coming to you soon, guys. So look out for that. I promise you guys, you know what I mean? We're going very hard. Definitely, as you guys could see, you know what I mean? And like I said, if you guys are interested in joining the membership, I would really appreciate it, guys. We're trying to build a membership community, so you know what it is. Join the membership crew. Yes, it's just like that, all right? Like I said, come aboard for your advertisement need. You guys know what it is. We got some affordable package for you guys, so we're definitely going to do, like I said, contact 347-801-6231. All right, guys? Once again, guys, if you are interested in donating to the channel, you guys could donate by dropping anything in the Cash App or the Zelle information that is provided for you on the screen that is scrolling right now. Yes, guys, or you guys could definitely donate to the channel by being a member of the channel. Also, you guys could donate to the channel by purchasing a super chat or a super sticker. All you guys got to do, hit the $sign that is provided on your device, select the payment method, and send on. It's just like that. Okay, guys, you know how it is all the time. Tonight we got a great show. I got a mad video on YouTube to show. You know how it is. Okay, all right. I got the Nigel Huge video, guys. So definitely we're gonna show the Nigel Huge video also tonight. Yeah, tonight is gonna be an interesting show. You know what I mean? No lie, it's gonna be a real interesting show. So Oh, this is the Nigel they're talking about. All right, cool. We're gonna kick off the show with this first video, and I talked to Nigel already and tell you that I was use his video, so definitely it is at the end of the day, right? But before we continue and go any further, let me run some shout outs. Definitely, like I said, big up to those persons that is on board with Let's Start the Things TV for your advertisement need. Okay. Okay, guys, Matthew, big up yourself also for being on board with Let's Start the Things for your advertisement need. Like I said, guys, if you're heading to Guyana and you decide to do a tour in Guyana, we have some great sites in Guyana that you may not see so far. Definitely take what I'm telling you. So if you're heading to Guyana and you're looking to do a tour, I'm telling you guys, you need to contact Matthew's 24-hour bus and city nature tour, or should we say Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour, guys. These are the number for you to contact. You need to contact 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. Okay, they specialize in airport trips, church trips, family outing, local tour, river tour, kite fall tour, interland, it go in Tory, Amarinion Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. So if you've never been to Suriname, you know what I mean, if they do airport trips, so you don't know, you want to go to the airport, you want to come from the airport, definitely they specialize in all of these stuff. So like I said, you guys could follow him on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service and nature tour, or you guys could contact Matthew direct on his cell phone at 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthew's 24-hour and nature tour. All right, guys, that's what we're talking about. Shout out to Alliance family and One Link family. They got the big Pretty Like a Rose on the 28th of this month here. Brooklyn, stand up. Brooklyn, get prepared. Food, drinks, hookah going to be on sale. Our road leads to 276 Belmont Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. For more information, you guys could contact 917-862-1442 or 929-234-0114. Let me give you that number again. 917-862-1442 or 929-234-0114. That's what we're talking about. It's about Pretty Like a Rose. Also, we want to shout out to Lady Yanette. Definitely can't forget you, man. You're on board. Remember, this Friday, guys. This Friday, yes, all road leads to 9302 Ditmas Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. When Miss Punch, a.k.a. Lady Yanette, proudly presents you the Summer Jam Party. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a crazy event. Music provided by Legend Song, DJ Moses, DJ Flex. Performing live, we got Gotti G and the man called Gucci Boss. Like I said, admission for the ladies are $20, and the first 20 men gift, men $10 all night. So it look like the females, or should we say Miss Janet, is definitely giving the guys them a special. Because I know when males keep party, they give the women the special. So it look like she's giving the men them the special. So guys, remember this Friday, Legend Love, Legacy Love 9302 Ditmas Avenue. It's all about the Summer Jam Party. Okay, guys, you know how it is already. So let me kick off the show. Bye. I like how the chat look in the chat. The this thing hurting my head. I don't like we're hot too much. Yeah, the chat is looking great. I love how the chat looking purple. And I love the Justice Adrianna. What we say? Justice for Adrianna. So let me jump into the first video for the night, guys. Okay, definitely going to jump into the first video of the night, and you know what it is. Before I go in, oh man, we don't need you right now, bro. I want to shout out to Andrea. Andrea, thank you for the $10 super chat donation. Let's jump into the first video with Nigel. And boy, oh boy. Man, I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Go back here, come out here. Go back here, touch here. Quiet down here. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, bear with me for a minute. Let me get this up and running for you guys. Definitely by the time you know what it is, make sure you guys get that number. Make sure you guys get that number, right? Excuse me. All right, we up and running and gunning. All right. His campaign, you know. Yeah, I gotta link him and definitely support his campaign that he got. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. We got it. We up and running. Let's get this. Let's jump in to this. Let's hear.
How, as a detective, speaking to us, professionalism, the puzzle of us understanding as Guyanese and those of you in the other parts of the world who have an interest in the Adrianna Young situation. In my view, she serves a very important role, or would serve one, in helping us to understand from law enforcement, from an investigator's perspective, what should have been done, what should be done, and probably what can still be done in reference to us ensuring that the family of Adrianna Young has justice. It is very, very important to us as Guyanese to understand professionalism, ethics, and what is actually required of law enforcement officers and investigators. What brings me even greater joy in having Carlotta here with me, a former detective, is that she would have dealt with children and crimes that would involve children. Also, she would have had, and she'll speak to her about this herself, a background in homicide investigations. I just wanted to see, and I'm sharing some images with you. I'm sharing images here for you to see that we have someone who is quite versed in quite a few areas, also an author. And that speaks volumes to what we have to deal with, who we're dealing with, the quality of individual we have, because it's, as I would have promised you, and I've made a commitment, that it doesn't matter what it takes. There will be justice served for Adrianna Young, an 11-year-old girl who on the 23rd of April just went missing from the Doble hotel pool. And the next day, miraculously, they were searching for her. We have videos which I will play for this former detective, Carlotta, so that she can be able to tell us how, as a detective, speaking to us as what we call civilians, how can we make sense of what law enforcement, the administration, the government of Ghana, and others, we'll even speak to her about what the 3 forensic pathologists have said to the administrators of this country. So there'll be a very, very long evening, hopefully, in reference to the number of questions that I have to ask and how much I would want to have word, the thoughts, the ideas, the wisdom, the experience of Carlotta, helping us to understand and to make sense of the situation. So before we proceed, can you hear me clearly? And are you also seeing me clearly on both YouTube and on Facebook? We're on 2 platforms tonight. If you have questions to ask, I hope that I'll be able to capture them as I glance at my monitor. So we want to have as much as Ms. Taylor's experience presented to us, okay? While you're at that, I would not mind if you can share this broadcast so that others can have an opportunity to experience firsthand what we are going to hear tonight in this interview. I'm so grateful to social media and for technology in that I didn't have to buy a plane ticket. Carlotta didn't have to have a plane ticket to get to Guyana. We can sit in our homes or wherever we are and have this conversation. So it's not like the days of old. At this time, I will present to you our guest. There she is, Miss Carlotta. I don't know if it's Miss or Mrs. Forgive me, Carlotta.
That's
Okay,
fine.
so welcome to Guyana in South America. Guyana, not Ghana. Guyana in South America. Please share with us as you join us here. a little bit about your experience. Tell us about who Carla Taylor is. I know there's a whole lot for you to unpack. I tried my best, but we.
I believe your words kind of cut off right at the end.
Yes, tell us a bit about yourself. We'd be happy to hear about who you are and to hear of your experience and your expertise in this regard.
Okay. Well, first, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be on your platform, Nigel. And I want to say a special shout out to my friend and business partner who is U.S. based, Guyanese. All right. Thank you for
Great.
seeing fit in me and my experience and my walk in life to come and speak on this matter. I know it's a very delicate and touchy subject. And my heart goes out to the Guyanese. We are all family, no matter if we are all a part of the country, no matter where we are in the world. Just as Nigel just said, we can all come together from the comfort of our homes and still speak on a very important matter. So I just want to give out a disclaimer. I do not speak perfectly. I want to get this information out. I've been reviewing this information late at night, taking pages of notes that I want to cover, and some things from my former experience as a detective in different bureaus, right? And I just want to shed some light on some things and hopefully provide something that will move this case forward. And just a little bit about me, Nigel, and to the people watching. I am from Mississippi, that's a state in the United States, and I'm currently residing in Illinois. Okay, my background comes from an array of things: prior military, former law enforcement. I have patrol experience, child protection / sex crime experience as a detective, investigated cases where crimes were committed against children, including sex crimes. Okay, I have
Okay.
experience as a robbery homicide detective where I work murder cases, capital murders, and things like that in the state of Mississippi, as well as a background detective. So that means I know how to start at the origin, and sometimes you got to backtrack. When you think you should be looking forward in a case, sometimes you got to go back and you'll get more answers.
That's good. That's so good. And I'm happy that you said that. There are times when, in the case, to go forward, you have to go backwards to get some answers. And I want us to go backward to where, hopefully, I can give you some understanding. As I'm happy you would have been doing some review on the matter, because this matter has gained international traction. It's gone global, viral, and all the other terms. Because an 11-year-old girl, an 11-year-old beautiful Guyanese girl, went to have a day of fun with her family, and here she is. This beautiful girl. That's her photograph. She was taken for graduation. She wouldn't graduate, unfortunately. So I hope they do that posthumously to have her graduate and just in honor of this child and what she's caused across the world. So Adrianna went swimming with her family, and in the evening, um, certain things began to capture her attention. Now, this photograph here you see on the screen, encircled in the pool is Adrianna. That's in the shallow section, in the forefoots section of the pool. And that's about 1:20, 1:29 or so in the afternoon. She was there. So we could see she was there. And later on, a few moments after that, this child just vanished. She went out of the pool because you can see she's in the shallow section. And she left this pool. Then someone began to ask if anybody saw Adrianna because she was missing. The grandmother of the young lady said that she would have raised an alarm, and they began to look around. She couldn't be found, and they began to search this pool. Now, let me see if I can show you an image of the pool. I think there you have it. This is an image of the pool at night, just for context. She was swimming in the day. This is an image of the said pool at night. Now, you're the detective. I'm not. But she was swimming in this pool during the day, and she just went missing. Now, as a detective who deals with cases regarding children, what should have been the first step that would have been taken when this child had gone missing and they weren't finding her?
Well, initially, when it comes to a child and child missing categories, I believe that the police were notified while people were still present at the hotel. See, there's a difference when you say my child has ran away or my child is missing and they're out there somewhere and I don't know
Okay.
where they are. There's a difference. But there's an entire difference when you say my child is missing somewhere in this building. So at
Okay.
that point, right then, should have been measures taken to start a search and to start looking into this missing child. When I first looked and you first showed me the picture of Adrianna in the pool, it appears that to me from where I'm looking, it appears that she's wearing a swimming suit. Am I correct with that?
She's wearing a t-shirt, because I'll
Okay.
show you the image of her when she got found, just for context again. This is what she was dressed in.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So I would have immediately law enforcement and persons on staff and everyone, there should have been a search and of the premises initially, just for starts.
So they should have searched the entire premises. Now this is a hotel.
Absolutely.
So this is a
And
hotel where she's missing. So there'd be
right.
guests at the hotel. So how do we deal with that?
Say what now? There's guests in the hotel.
They would
Well,
right
there
if they guests and so on.
right. So there were people who were on scene. More questions should have been asked. Documentation, seeing who may have seen her, starting to gather some type of witnesses. Because at this time, when a child goes missing, those first 24 to 48 hours are really high key times. So there could have been some time to prevent anything that was going wrong. When I first saw that, I would put myself in the shoes of that family or in the shoes of that community who wants to see this child found safe. I would have first, not even being there, not even knowing what it sounds like, I would have looked for any type of signs. Sometimes the noisiest sounds would really be a cover up, could be muting sounds, muting things that if the baby would have screamed, how would you have heard it? So I would have started looking for music. I would have started looking for loud noises. I would have been going in that direction.
That's good. Because I found it, and we here in Ghana find it difficult to comprehend that this child was in an area people were. It's in a busy day. About 20 family members were there, they said, and others were having fun. There was a swimming classes. Someone said to some extent, somebody was teaching someone to swim and so on, and people to swim. So it was pretty active. And then at 1:30 in the afternoon, this child or so, just around that time, she disappears. And what bothered us is that, or what is bothering us is that, okay, so you cannot find this girl. You cannot find Adrianna. And they couldn't find her. They're saying, where is she? The grandmother said that the owner of the hotel told her or told them, well, they should search the pool. So that's the next step we're at now. This owner has this pool, this here, and he tells them, listen, search the pool. That's during the day. That's taken at night now. But he said, search the pool. She'll be somewhere in there. Now, the grandmother said that they began to search this pool because they were directed to the pool by the owner of the hotel. He said, search the pool. And when they began to search this pool, Adrianna was not there. The grandmother's report is that because the grandmother was the adult who would have taken her, she had been responsible for the girl. She said that when they searched the pool, quite a few times, they combed the entire pool. Now, last she was seen was in the shallow part of the pool. A little bit of information is that she could also swim. Her father would take her to the river to swim, not the pool only. The largest rivers in the Caribbean, the Essequibo, so she could swim. She was last seen in the shallow section where she could stand. The owner of the hotel said, search the pool. Just nonchalantly, search the pool. They did that. She wasn't found. They searched it again. She wasn't found. And a report was made to the police that Adrianna could not be found. She's lost. She's missing. They can't find her. They're searching and they can't find her. So now we are at the stage whereby the owner of this facility has told the family to search the pool. They did that. She was not found. That's on the 23rd of April. What is your take on that? The first encounter with the owner, who's just telling them, search the pool. They haven't found her, and that's where that's it. He's done with that. He didn't say to drain the pool or anything like that. Nothing, just search it.
Absolutely. So sometimes, let me tell you what I learned when I was a former homicide detective. I had received some really great training. I received some FBI training with interview and interrogation. And one thing that I learned in that training, that was way back in 2008, I learned that, and this is what you have to pay attention to, even though when a person is telling something or they're answering questions and there is suspect activity, they don't want to tell the truth, but your body wants to get the truth out naturally. He couldn't help himself by saying, search the pool. That's like giving it away the answer. I know the answer, but he's trying to hide it, but he couldn't help it. Because you got to ask yourself this. Why would he initially say, search the pool, and she was later found at the pool?
That's it. We're going somewhere with this.
Crazy, right? Real thing. Viewers and subscribers, like up the live, like up the live, like up the live. That's what we need you to do, guys. Like up the live. Great interview right now. We got 111 likes. We got 857 persons on the check-in. Can you guys please like the live up? All right, shout out to those persons on Facebook. Shout out to those persons on Twitch. And shout out to those persons on YouTube. Yo, this is the real deal. I love it.
It's like he froze up. It had to come out because, listen, the truth is going to find a way. Just like water flows down.
She's right with what she's saying, though, chat. You understand? She's right with what she's saying, you know what I mean? He had no other choice than to say search the pool. Because at the first instant, the pool is where she was. You understand? She was missing from the pool. So obviously, search the pool, see if you see she. So the more them trying for clear the self, they sink the self. Then had to put she back in the pool because the amount of people outside they can't get for escape with she because they got a back entrance, but the back entrance still is weak. People at the back, people in front, they can't get the exit, forget the data. They can't get the exit, forget Adrianna out of the premises. So the only alternative they had to come up back with is to put Adrianna back in the pool. That's why Leroy was how he was. Cause he was like, oh scrap bar, we can't get for come out here. These people them too much. These people them don't say anything we're coming out to this hotel, they gotta search it. They got to search it. So guess what we got to, this is the only alternative we got. We got to put you back in the pool. You think they wanted to put you back in the pool? No. They never wanted to because that was a no. That would have put them in the same position where they are today. That's what they was running from. But like they say, you run from your calf, you run from you run from the grave and book up in the calf. Now you run from the calf and book up in the grave, whatever. But you're running and you book up in it. See, it's crazy. She right what she's saying. Let's continue.
A stream, it doesn't matter what you try to do to block it and stop it, it's gonna come out some kind of way.
No, God is always good, Mark Brown. Yeah, I take a God done say, yeah, you know we gonna skin you up. We gonna skin you up.
And it had to come out. And it's no coincidence that the truth came out when he said search the pool. Now, my next question would be, how was the pool searched and who can testify? Anybody witness, and I'm saying who could give a testament of searching the pool and how was the pool searched? Because that's very critical evidence as well.
It is. Thank you so much. And I every so often I'm grateful when I can have professionals or those with experience to speak to us to say, well, you're not all crazy people, because you were saying, why would this individual direct the family to the pool immediately? Search the pool. Because she got out of the pool to go for something. She was not in the pool. We saw videos where there was an alarm and they said, has anybody seen Adrianna? She wasn't there. So they began to search. When they encountered him, he said, search the pool. And you said, it is so pointed what you just said. Why would the first thought in his mind be, hey, let me direct him to the pool? As an investigator, you were saying that you would have those questions in your mind and you begin to say, well, let's work around why he told us about this pool in the first place. That's so good. And then they were searching it. So we have confessions from the grandmother, and we're going into the afternoon, the evening hours and night. This would be about 8-9 hours after she's missing, where they're saying they searched the pool many times over. Now I want to show you an image that I consider to be one of the most disturbing that I've seen in a very long time, apart from the girl Adrianna being dead. These are, permit me to put my camera on solo. You can still see. For a lot of these are law enforcement officers standing at night in front of the hotel's door. Because at this time, it's dark, it's after 10, the family, they're not finding Adrianna. And they've become very upset because the father was there. He's saying that he knows his child isn't there. Now, you are an investigator, you're in law enforcement, you dealt with child crimes against child and so on. We have got 3, and there were many more, and I'll show you in a minute, one, the 3rd highest ranking official in reference to law enforcement. He was there, an assistant commissioner of police, and they stood watch in front of this building, preventing persons from going, because at this time, people began to become very upset, rightfully so in my view, because they couldn't find the girl. They weren't finding Adrianna. And law enforcement officers were standing there to say nobody. They're preventing the parents and so on, and then so you can come, and they were being very selective. What would be your view as an investigator? And it's sometimes difficult for cops or police to speak against each other, but I just want to be honest with us. Like you've been that way. How should I feel as a father if the people who I'm expecting to help me to find my child are standing there to prevent me from going in to look for my child?
Well, one, that's quite alarming. And it appears to me, this is my personal opinion, but my professional opinion stands the same way. It seems like they're standing for the wrong side of the tracks. See, there's a word that I hold very dear to my heart when it came to law enforcement, and I learned this when I was a military girl back in 1998. There's a word that sticks out to me, and that word is integrity. Yeah. Integrity. And it appears to me that these 3 officers who were standing guard to prevent persons from coming in to simply search and look for a missing child, it seems like they should have been geared up to search the premises to ensure that this child was not there and nothing had happened to her, because we have a location where she could be last known, last seen.
Right.
So they're it seems like, from what I'm looking at, they're on the wrong side of the tracks, standing guard for the wrong reason.
Yes.
That would be
And
what comes to my mind.
okay, and it gets worse because early in the afternoon. Now I know that the U.S. and your state structures are different in terms of the hierarchy in law enforcement. So we have in Guyana, because our population isn't that large, about 800,000 people. We've got one person who's called the Commissioner of Police. So he's at the highest level. I'll just show this chart you quickly so we can have a working idea. This is what I'm talking about. We've got the organizational chart here in terms of ranks. We've got bottom right would be the Commissioner of Police. Then you have a deputy commissioner, a few of them, and then there's the assistant commissioner. So someone who's serving as an assistant commissioner is the 3rd highest ranking official in the Guyana Police Force. And at his level, an assistant commissioner of police, he was there. And I want you to hear what he said to the family, then I'll explain to you. Or you can tell me if you saw this footage before. But he's speaking to Adrianna's mother. They couldn't find her in the afternoon. They're now getting the 23rd again. They're becoming very upset before that photo where the police at the door was taken.
Show us the video. Show us the video right there. Let's see the video. Show us the video right there. Show us the video right there. Show us the video right there. Show us the video right there.
So, first of all, tell me if you understood what they said, because there was a lot of chatter. But we're focusing on the guy in the khaki clothing. He's an assistant commissioner of police. And if he's promoted to be a deputy commissioner, then next he's a commissioner. That's how high he is up the ladder. And he was there saying to the family, to the mother of the child, he had this one. He said, "We got some footage. We have some footage." Footage of what? Because remember, they couldn't find her. They're saying she's missing. They made a report to the police now. The police came and they said, the grandmother said, well, there's a camera across the way, because the hotel owner said the cameras were not working. No cameras working in this facility. None. So there's a neighbor who had a camera. So the grandmother said, well, can we search there? They had to wait for about 3 or 4 hours before the neighbor got in from work and said, okay, then they searched. So this man said that they have footage. That's the police talking to the mother and the family. He has footage of Adrianna leaving the premises to go into a Toyota car with a man. So in my view, as a civilian, I'm hearing a spin here. Okay, then you're trying to distract me some way. You're already telling me that there's a stereotype. There's a little girl, she's missing, so she went with some man. That's what we're getting. There's a social media outlet called Guyana Daily News. They went as far as publishing a license plate number of a car. Now, Guyana Daily News is connected to the government in terms of how they function, because they normally attack those who are against the government, and they're quite pro-government. And in this case, they said the girl left in the vehicle, license plate number, and this assistant commissioner told the mother that he has footage of it. Come, let me show you the footage. So the guys were there saying, no, show us right here. Don't take us away to show us here, because you want them to remove from the scene. And they said, no, we're not leaving. Show us it right here. We want to see the video now. Show us it if you have it. And what are your views on that? We have got the highest ranking police official in that region on the scene now. And again, he's trying to distract the family and pull them away, saying he has video footage of Adrianna leaving the premises. And then I'll tell you what happened next.
Okay. So the very first thing I would want to know as a detective, and just zoning in from my prior experience, is who is responsible for putting that information, who gave the okay that it's okay to say this is what we have, and that there is footage, she left, who were all involved in that conversation, and who authorized that to be put out like that. Now, I don't know if that was isolated, if he just did that on his own, or if there were people who came together and had a conversation about it. So that's the first thing I would start, the origin of that. Secondly, this looks like an obvious distraction, like a squirrel over there to move the audience or the crowd or the people who were standing firm and looking for this child. And everything's happening. It seems like in that
That was it. It was a distraction. That's what it was. Now, viewers and subscribers, chat. Y'all hearing what this woman's saying. You understand? You understand? Miss Joseph, or Joseph, what do you mean by where he got the footage from? Big liar. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And then you start to who give that order. I want to know the footage. What do you mean by who we get the footage from? But as you guys could hear clearly, okay?
video, there was a lot of trauma stirring up, and there was a lot of emotion stirring up. So it's like when you're panicking and you're trying to figure out how to get something done, you got to come up with something to derail things. And it seemed like that was just a derailment strategy.
Great. So what has happened, and just in reference to whether there would have been a chain of information being shared, and then finally he said to the family, "Well, I have footage here." We in Ghana, we have what's called a command center. I think you may have something similar. Where if there's a situation that's occurring, there's a command center. Once people begin to protest and so on, they have an activation of a command center, and information is shared. They have satellite radios and so on. They'll speak to each other, telephones, and they'll say, "Well, this is happening."
Hear this here, so I want y'all hear this.
And this is what we have. And so he got. Sorry, somebody's. He said he received footage of this from some one of this. Maybe somebody connected to them at the command center, and saying, "Come, let me show you. Let me take you over here, and I'll show you. Let's go." Further to that, this man actually told the mother of the child, Carlotta, that she should go home and rest. She should go home and sleep. When Adrianna she's not been found. He said, "Listen, go home and sleep. It's okay." How should we deal with that? What would be our thought process as parents?
Okay, he tells the mother he has received footage. You should go home. It's okay. Was there ever a point where he actually produced the footage to the mom or anyone?
I'll know.
Thank you for asking that question.
I'll know the footage can't find. All when the parents and the people themselves to show the footage, let me see the footage now. He gonna find the footage. Okay. He start out, well, Joseph, he start out. He said that he got it from the command center. Then the female in the command center that give him or them the information that she was in a car, she went into a car. The female that they claiming that give them that information was false. And then they say the female that give them that information see that she put in the wrong data into the wrong data she put in. That's why she gave them that information. I've seen actually about the data part. Like, wishing we know that we even had a person over here whereby they say that data, anything with data and them kind of scene is wrong bang. Anything with you putting in the wrong data is something that occurred 2-3 weeks, a month, a year, or 2 years ago for you to put in the wrong data. Not anything that happened 2-3 hours ago. So we know for a fact that is a lie. The police, the Guyana police force was lying. Because I tell you this, them got a old saying say that Peter pay for Paul and Paul pay for all. Then I got a next saying go like this: one rotten apple is spoil the whole bunch. So for this commander, for this district, or we should say this division, make up a lie like that to we should say like well, that's the host, the co-host, the division, the commander to give the family this news to the we should say distract them. It put the whole Guyana police force under the pressure. They name gotta get called. So even if the whole police force is not corrupt, even though the whole police force is not corrupt, you get what I'm telling your viewers and subscribers. Even though the whole police force is not corrupt, the commander make the whole police force look like if it corrupt. because he should have never tell the mother that he got a footage of the daughter going into a vehicle when he know for a fact he lying. Then them come up with this bull crap that the girl in the command center put in the wrong data. You understand? So we know for a fact, or should we say, that is the reason why the police, the Guyana police force, get put under the radar as a corrupt police force with the commissioner come straight down. Because like we hear Subriyan say, who make the order? The order don't come from the bottom. The order is come from the top. That's why we see Hickens come and say nothing. Nothing Hickens ain't come and mention or say. You understand? So this is the whole scene. But let me get back into the video. Definitely, guys. I love this interview. Let's get it.
The footage was, they saw the footage, but they were running the camera at the neighbor's house. And the mother told them, this is not my child. This is not the person. This is not my daughter. So go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, but that's a little backwards, right? So in law enforcement, what you do is you go to the family first and say, is this your child? Before we put this out, before we say that we have actual evidence that this is what happened and this is what occurred, they would get someone in that family, the closest of kin, to identify that this is that child. And so that was done completely backwards. I'm not sure how that's set up over there with that local department, but that is not proper procedure at all. And and one last thing, if he's saying he received footage, then there needs to be some type of responsibility that's shared with the public regarding how that occurred, why that occurred, and there needs to be answers for that.
And I'm happy you said it, because I'm of the view that, and we're of the view that if he says that he has footage, and before that the mother was saying that this is not my daughter, that should be the end of the day, because she should know who her daughter is. Now, would it have been good for them to turn this he's the head of all the policemen in that area. He's in charge. Should he not have turned his attention back to the hotel? If the mother said, this is not my daughter, she never left, because there's no footage of her leaving. Should they have turned their attention back to the hotel on the 23rd of April?
Immediately, the attention should have been turned back to the hotel, and immediately, because the information that was put out was not on, so that means somebody's not doing their job right, and there needs to be somebody appointed that's going to take everything in the right direction. Because we can't start off with the wrong origin, and we already see this is going down the wrong path. This is not going to get us the results that we are needing, and the results were to locate that baby that night. So we already have somebody, no matter the rank, no matter the title, no matter giving false information, we do not continue to fall in line with that type of information. Now, somebody with integrity step up and let's get this going in the right direction. Like you said, go back to the hotel and find out.
Go back. And I'm not doing your job, but I just wanted to pick as much as your brain as you're saying, and to pull out, extract from you as much as I can. Remember earlier the owner said, search the pool. We focus on the owner now. He said, search the pool. Now we search the pool. She's not there. Then they say, oh, we have footage of her leaving with some guy in the car. Well, she's not in the car. Should we also not, at this time as law enforcement officers, say to the owner, come here. Come. You and those who on staff, you come here. Sit over here or whatever it is, you're not moving. Because you told us to search the pool. We're now hearing that she left in the car. So we're coming back to you again. She's not in the pool. So let's talk. Don't move. Do not use your phone. Is that the kind of stuff you're really doing?
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, that's not the time to shuffle the deck. That's the time to get a new deck. It's not the time to shuffle the deck. Because obviously, the way this is rolling out, it took a community, just like it's taking a community to stand together for the voice and to keep her name alive until this is resolved. It took a community to do just the opposite. It took a network of people to do the wrong thing. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you. And viewers, they're it's hot over here. I don't know if you've seen the comments, but they're just, well, okay. In Guyana and wherever they are in the world, they're saying, well, they appreciate what's happening. They appreciate your honesty and your candidness. And so we keep it down that line. You're not offending anybody apart from those who don't want to hear the truth. So thank you for that. The media outlet, this news people, they call themselves Guyana Daily News, said there's a license plate number. The girl left in the car with this license plate. Now, let me confess, I have a peculiar love for children. When you trouble children, I become irate. I become very, very upset. I believe that my life must be left to defend and protect, especially girl children. The week before that, there was a case where an older man, 51 years old, was sexually molested a little girl, assaulted a little girl in my community. And I went into the jungle to find him with other people because I wasn't playing with that. He had to be found because he was armed and so on. And I said, no, this is going to happen like that. So please understand the trigger for me here. And a few days later, an 11-year-old girl is now deemed missing, and she's in this car with the license plate number, whatever else it is. So I'm paying attention at this time. Then we're told that the driver of the car's name is Orlando. So I went on the broadcast and said, we have to find Orlando. Because if they say Orlando has this girl, and the police have said that she left in the car, the police issued a statement, by the way, released that she left in the car, license plate, whatever it was, and she's with this person named Orlando. I said, no, we have to find this guy. So I was prepared to go hunting for another person because I know that with all the hours that would have elapsed, something bad could have happened. It so turned out the father and son, they went. The police said, the guy said he was never even in the area, and his name is not even Orlando. So the father followed the trail, went somewhere else, and then found that this person does not even exist by the name Orlando. And the man said he was never there. They claimed the guy said he rented the car to someone, and none of that happened. So all of this car situation, Colorado, turned out to be an absolute lie, as I would call it in layman's terms. What do we do next? This chief, this head of police, sent us somewhere. It didn't turn out. The father went to check, didn't pan out. We're back to the hotel now. What do we do?
Okay, so we have deceit happening. We have being misguided happening. This is where I would start creating a list from everybody involved who's pointing in the wrong directions, who has, like, there's some type of motive going on and happening right now. And there's a list that should be made of why this is happening. Documentation, documenting names, documenting everybody who's on the premises. Next steps, following the trail. You said the father was the one who followed the trail that police shared. And it should have been the police following their own trail and verifying the information before it got out. So,
well, they actually stopped sorry about that. They stopped the car because remember there's a license plate number. So they stopped the guy and they actually held him and found his name is not Orlando. And the fellow said I was never there. He's filed a lawsuit against the police, and rightfully so, because he's saying he was interrogated and they found he was not even there. And this man could have lost his life because the police told us that he had the girl went with him.
Right. So that is very substantial to come up with a whole plot that needs to be documented and further investigated. It needs to be, like we talked about, the backward steps in the beginning. It needs to be backstep into the origin of where that actually came from. And all the persons involved, they need to be looked at into questioning. And I do have some thoughts about that later on when we get to, like, throughout the case about creating a list of names and all parties involved. We'll get to that.
Okay, great. So we back to the hotel. The father went back. He said, no, listen, I'm not moving from here anymore. Because he was saying, actually, listen, my child is in there. He kept saying that. He said, my daughter.
We soon open the phone lines, guys. Bear with me. Just now we're going to open the phone lines, all right?
Is in there. I know it. And she's not in any car with anybody. She is in there. And now we have a case where they searched the pool multiple times. The police are now on the scene. There's absolutely not even one statement made, Carla, by the police officers to say that they searched that pool or they supervised the searching of the pool. Not even one word. Nothing. This is the pool, 20 feet by 20 feet. They've never said that they instructed the owner that this is your pool. You said that we should search this pool. Come here. You call the lifeguard. So here's another part for it now in reference to child protection and acts against children that are criminal. Up until this day, there's not been one mention of a lifeguard. Not even one word of a lifeguard. With children swimming in that pool. A young lady who they claim to have drowned in the pool. Nobody, including the police, has said the owner has been held and charged for at least criminal negligence. What is supposed to happen if children are using a pool and one side of it is 8 feet deep? Should they be a lifeguard? It's a dumb question, but please answer it for me.
Well, absolutely there should be a lifeguard. And we're not even tapping into previous things that may have happened at that said hotel. So due to those previous cases, definitely now when you have children, there should definitely be lifeguards. Just like you should have security, you should have lifeguards, just like you have staff. So yes, that definitely should have been in place. And when you talked about the father leaving, so we have to also take an account of who was still there at the premises. Like, do we know the community of people by name? Who was still there? Where were the eyes and ears at? What was visible? What did people see? Who was moving around? Were they surrounding the hotel? These are questions I would have. Were they surrounding every part, or were they just in a secluded area? All of those things come into play when we're talking about over the night into the next day.
Okay, great. So the relatives were there, the community spirit-minded people were there. They were still searching, trying their best to get to the girl and interacting with the police officers who, at this time, the crowd swelled. And there was a confrontation standoff where the officers were now saying that you're not getting in here. Mind you, the father said that there were still activities going on in the hotel. People are still drinking and as normal as ever. With a missing child, they were just as normal as ever. Another piece of the puzzle is where I saw a video and where the people were telling the staff, some of the staff members in there, that the girl is missing, and they were laughing. Now, with the ruckus going on outside, they were actually laughing. What would be your view of that, and what is that in any way suspicious?
Well, at this point, when it comes to a case like this, it's like you want to collect all the data. You want to clear everything, every thought, every person, everybody who is there. So we don't want to just make a suspicious case, but everybody is a suspect. Everybody on scene. And you should be okay with that. If you had nothing to do with it, you should be all good. If you had nothing to do with it, check me, baby, check me. If you had nothing to do with it, you're not going to fight or resist it, right? So everybody, we got to clear every corner, every inch. And that's the way you go about that.
Are we supposed to have a list of the names of all the people who worked at the hotel that day as well?
Every person that was there, every person that was in the vicinity, and I know it was a lot of people that was gathering, but you would want to have everybody names, everything that you can get is very important. Because when it comes to a scene as horrific as this baby scene was, the person responsible has a tendency of either sticking around the scene or always coming back to the scene. That's one of the reasons, absolutely. You always want to document who was on the scene.
Interesting. Wow. Thank you. And so they kept searching for the girl, and at one point, someone who was not related to the family, not a police officer, not an enforcement officer, because they were not allowing anybody to enter after a while, he showed up, and he is associated with the government, again, very closely associated with them, and he said to us that he called someone who knows someone who knows someone, and they allowed him to go into the area. That's at 10:30 at night on the 23rd. She went missing at 1:30 or so. That's at 10:30 p.m. He says that they allowed him to go. And so he went in there to do some footage. Now, before he did the footage, he interviewed the grandmother outside, and he said, well, did anybody search the pool? The grandmother insisted that they searched the pool multiple times. And I show you the pool. You see the size of the pool when I show this video footage here, how small it is. So it's not an Olympic-sized pool. It's not a theme park kind of environment. And the grandmother told him, yes, we searched the pool multiple times and she's not in the pool. He showed up there. The father couldn't go in. The mother couldn't enter at one point. They were not allowing anybody, but he said that he knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and they let him in. And now I played that video for you where you see what he would have said.
Management. I said, we're going out with the cameras. There's a female washroom here. There's a bar here. The management explained to me that when you come, and if you're going to use the pool, and as you can see, you see the pool here, clear. Like when the family said they went in the pool and check, everybody went in the pool and check. Normally, you ain't got to check if there's a body in this pool. You could see it because the pool is clear, right? So, obviously, the young lady, the 11-year-old who's gone missing from this place is not in this pool, right? So I walking around, I look in, I talk to management before I talk to the mother and the father to make sure I have an inclusive story. Everybody knows what's going on, why it's going on, and so on, right? So you got the pool here.
He's speaking a lot like Guyanese Creoles, but I hope they can understand what he said. You will see in the pool, there's the person who said that he has exclusive footage to give because he was in there at 10:30 at night. I don't want to preempt. I don't want to guide your thoughts. Tell us what your thoughts are on what you just observed. That's the pool, by the way. This is not a theme park with a 100-meter long pool and all that. A little pool.
Well, just based off of what I just saw and the knowledge that I have thus far, I would actually, this is just me now, I would definitely, like I said, nobody goes, every stone needs to be overturned. I would add him to my list of suspects, potentially, or having some type of information. And the reason why I say that is because it seems like instead of showing the pool and going into the pool and showing that you are actually searching the pool, you are trying to persuade a narrative, right? You're trying to make it appear to be that this pool is clear. When I'm looking at the pool and it doesn't appear to be so clear from where I'm sitting at. I'm not there. I haven't been on the scene. Right. I haven't seen it. But that video, the words he's using, it appears to me that it's trying to persuade. So I would definitely have some more questions for him. Absolutely.
So, right. And
yeah.
sorry. So, but what from what we were seeing, and I did some simulations where I walked the pool at night. That's well lit. I would walk the pool where it was pretty dark and showed people because the water is clear as blue, and you could see it at the bottom of the pool. So he was saying, and the reflections of the light and sun would have been from the angle of the camera may have thrown your eyes off. Of course, I'm showing second-hand footage here, but I took note of what he was saying. He said that the pool is clear. It's obvious the pool is clear. Could it be the narrative now to say, well, the girl is not there, so we all leave, go home, she's not here? Could that be one of the angles they were taking to take?
It could definitely be an angle. Like I said, whatever he's doing, and this is one thing I do know, without even being there, without having my hands in the case and reading police reports or being there, is that he is trying to persuade a narrative. And
Of
that
some
is
sort.
an absolute fact. He's trying to persuade something. And diversion is definitely in that
Right.
way.
Because if you look at this one here, that's why I showed this early in the broadcast. If you look at this image, look at the pool. That's a still photo.
Yes.
So you can see the bottom of the pool here from over 50 feet in the air. There you go. That's the same pool. So if he's walking with the camera in his hand and you're an investigator, can you see the bottom of that pool? This is the same pool you're looking at.
Yes.
Based on what you see on the screen.
Absolutely.
Okay. So if this, just work with me here. Let me show you this other image here. If this 5 feet 5 inch, she's taller than her teacher, by the way, it seems. She's taller than the teacher at 11 years old. She's a tall girl. Is it possible in your view as an investigator that this child with this height, this size here, can be lost if she's in this pool alone? Nobody else is there. Now the pool is empty. Nobody's there, according to what he said. With her size and her body structure, and this pool I'm showing you on the screen, are you convinced as an investigator that this child could be here, nobody would see her?
No, I'm not convinced that she would be in that pool. I'm not convinced that she would be in that pool and you would not be able to see her. I'm also not convinced that if she went missing from the pool, then her reappearance in the pool doesn't make any sense.
Oh, wow. Now
Did
that's
he decide
something
to go
else.
for another swim? See, it's not making sense. It's not adding up.
Can you say that for me again, please? Because that's something right there.
Did she go missing
Wow.
from the pool and decided, oh, I'm going to take another swim at night? It doesn't make
Oh my
it
God.
doesn't add up. It doesn't connect. Like I said, the truth needs no help. The truth is going to flow like water flows down the stream. The moment we have parties or individuals or anybody saying, hold up,
That's crazy. Yeah. What going on? What happened there? Is what happened? Oh my God. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. I know what happened. Definitely, I don't know what happened, what went down there. But I was going to stop it right there anyway. You know what I mean? You know? So, let me really focus on what the lady said. She kind of left the pool, then come back. The phone lines is open. We're going to take a couple calls with what the female said. Definitely. And like I said, 2 minutes a call, guys. 2 minutes a call. All right? When you meet 2 minutes, I'm going to cut you off if you're still talking. We're trying to let persons get a chance to mention what they want to mention. So, as we hear what the female say, I remember that this female is highly recommended within this situation here. She's a detective. She was a soldier, then she turned a detective. She's been through all of these. So what she's saying is factual. Okay? So let me open the phone lines a bit. Okay? Okay. Hello, good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
I,
night.
I want to talk to about Adrianna, the little baby girl, when they killing the country. Yeah. I want to talk to about
Turn on your
Adrianna.
TV. You gotta turn your TV down. Turn your TV down. Hello, good night. Hello? Hello, good night.
You're fire.
Yeah, bro, you're live.
Yeah, all the blessings for you and your family. Once again, bro, the same thing we were saying all the time, that detective, say everything that
Stop.
I was thinking because it's obvious. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, when the lady who do the autopsy, she say almost close to it need to be investigated. It's fishy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And look what go on. Look what come and go on here now. You know, and you see Nigel London. I love him, bro. He's one of the fighters from the start. You know, and makes sense every time he do he live.
Yeah.
That's a real good your pound there.
Yeah,
You have a
man.
blessed night.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah. Yeah, guys. 762-390-2619. Phone lines are open. Let me know what your thoughts upon what we hearing here. So, you understand? So, what at the end of the day, what this really show you guys? What this really show you is lie, 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 and more lie. Cause hear what the detective say. Hear what the detective said clearly, guys. You say? It's crazy. You understand? So what we're gonna hear piece more of the interview, and then we're gonna go into our next segment. All right, guys. Yeah, man. We're gonna go into our next segment in a few. So shout out to everybody that check in on the ones and threes. Do appreciate you guys. Please like up the live. Please like up the live. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night. The detective solved the problem. Case closed.
Yeah, man. Straight.
Yeah,
Straight.
straight up. That real detective. The case is closed. We solved the case
Yeah,
already.
man. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. Big up yourself. Love. Love. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night. That's a wonderful program
Mm-hmm.
with Nigel London
Mm-hmm.
and that lady.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She gave me all the ins, out, and the do's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I applaud Nigel makes me feel like a Guyanese.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much,
He,
Auntie.
bring,
Yeah. That
he
is it.
bring me back to what Guyana should be. But here I tell you with this case, it can be the one most difficult case like that in the history of Guyana. I was hearing you on the show saying Daddy will bring in some excavator or something, but they got the place.
Mm.
Okay, they need to take out the place right now for me. Okay, I know if you watch this guy, it's renamed Francis Bailey.
Okay.
Remember, I want to carry you back to something. Yeah, I might not be wrong. Remember when uh, Francis Bailey was cooking near in that area
Mm-hmm.
and he come across a house looking haunted. He look at decimal and them thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can remember that? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I tell
Go
you.
back and I want you to think about that particular house. Okay? Two, I don't know if you see that footage. I can't remember who that girl who started the light when they was searching in hotel. When I see a black man come, when I see a black man, black, come on to that room. And when I look in the room, was a lady with two babies or something. Remember I told you how this deal with Baku
Mm-hmm.
when he was Monday Baku.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, Auntie.
Because remember the neighbor said when they was somebody questioned me. He said, "Does the man does just speedy?" He come click his phone and go back in.
Good.
And he's in the dark room. I want you to pinpoint all the points that they did sacrifice that child, that innocent little child, the sacrifice. Okay?
All right, mommy.
The
Thank you.
sacrifice that child. And the reason that took the blood, okay, it brings back a lot of memories.
All right, mommy. Good, good. Thank you. Let me get the next call. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. 2 minute a call, guys. 2 minute a call, okay? Please get to the point quick and fast. I don't want to cut off nobody. But you don't know 2 minutes a call. We're going to take like 2 more calls and then we're going to get into our next segment. You know how it goes. Let's hear piece more what the feed said, okay?
Already made that conclusion. Now, parties or individuals or anybody saying, hold up, stop. We got to let the water go this way. That means something is trying to stop the flow of the truth. So we don't get to say she went missing, she just exited the pool, or she went whatever, did whatever. She is no longer in the pool. There are people in the pool. Where is Adrianna Young? Where is she at? She's not in the pool. We've already made that conclusion. Now, where is she? She's got to still be here because she hasn't left. So no, we don't get to say she came back in the pool for another swim.
Because when I showed it first, that's why I showed you where she was. That's a shallow section of the pool. She's standing half her body or so is out, 2/3 or 1/3. So she's in the shallow part. That's the last time they saw her. Not in the deep part, in the shallow part. And we get to where they found her, the way they said she was always present. She was here. She vanished. Nobody could find her. They were searching. Right after this, they couldn't find her. Then this guy comes along and say, well, the pool is clear because as I said, in my view, he knows that she's not there.
Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night, Fire. I'm calling from in New York. I'm a Guyanese, and this situation, it is not sticky, you know, because everything's showing out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is the world watching it, you know what I mean? And the government know what they're doing, you understand? Because it's long time, you know what I mean? They're doing these stuff, and it's sheer hideaway, hideout, it's sheer killing, it's sheer so much of things putting into life in Guyana and newborn life, black people life, you understand? And it's so much going on in the country, you know what I mean? I mean, it is supposed to be so, because we are an Irish country, isn't it?
Straight.
And we have gold, we have diamond, we have bauxite. We got every little thing, you know what I mean? And people still suffering in our country, you know what I mean? It really hurts me to know that family can't go out and, you know what I mean, having enjoyment with itself and these things, you know what I mean? Into an international hotel. I work in a complex, right? And I know these stuff, you understand? We have in pool and these things, you understand? And certain things, certain chemical you could use, and when you're using it, you have to have hand gloves. You understand? You have to have hand gloves. You know, because you would get burned with these chemicals on the part, you understand? So, big up yourself, big up the wider audience, big up Guyana, big up the whole world and everything, you know what I mean? I'm not giving out money, but we don't know, say, you know what I mean? Respect commands, you know what I mean? We have to protect our children, you know what I mean? Because our children is the future, you know what I mean?
Respect. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hello, good night.
Good night.
Yeah,
Not sure I'm on the show.
Yeah, you're on the show.
I was listening to your audience, and I got 2 questions to ask your audience. One, we have about 100,000 plus Guyanese living in New York, and the elections to Guyana is coming up September 1st. What people are going to do in terms of being committed to bring change to Guyana? Are they committed to go home and vote to bring some balance in Guyana. Because when it comes to this issue with this girl that passed away in the pool, who's gonna hold the present government accountable? I don't see this matter going anyway. Forgive me for not having that kind of hope. But the way I'm seeing the way the government and the police dealt with this matter, to me, the matter is done. Because nobody's putting pressure on the government to do things differently. Now, people need to take a stand. Instead of coming on this program and giving all bright ideas, we gotta go one step further. In order to hold Guyana's president and the ruling party feet to the fire, some of those people in New York gotta go home and vote to build a balance to this one party rule and one person say whatever the direction should be for Guyana. It's not working. It's not working. Whether it be the PPP, the PNC, the WPA, one party rule is not working for Guyana. And when Guyanese wake up, I don't know when they're gonna wake up and see that this kind of government or this kind of government governing the way Guyana is being governed right now is not working for anybody, any one of the two races, the two main races. It's not working. So as a Guyanese, I think we need to take a stand. Now's the time to take a stand. We see the writing on the wall. The writing is clear on the wall. We need to take a stand. And how we going to take this stand? We got to make sacrifices and go home. It only will take about 25,000 of us to go home.
All right, Uncle. Respect. Thank you for your call in. Okay?
That's all I can say. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Hello, good night.
Oh.
Hello, good night.
That's all I can say.
Turn on your TV, please. Hello? Come on, guys. When you call in, turn down your TV, please. If you see I answer the phone, mute your TV. Please, mute your TV. Carl, you got a good point there, you know what I mean? Everybody need to go home and make that stand, all right? We're going to go pay some bills. And when we get back with you guys, we're going to definitely continue the vibe. Don't move. Don't go nowhere. We soon forward, all right?
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call. And we're talking about Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours. Airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaitro Fall tour, Entori, Amerindian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthews 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. Yo, Brooklyn, I hope you prepare for this one. It's a year-to-year event. Are we talking about Alliance Family and One Link Family Product presents to you the year-to-year ladies event called Pretty Like a Rose.
Pretty like a rose, yeah.
All white edition. It all goes on the 28th of June. Yes, Saturday the 28th of June. Our road leads to 276 Belmont Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. People, Oli Baba DJs on the card. I'm not going to tell no lie. We kick off from 10 p.m. until. Remember, for more information, you guys could contact 917-862-1442. That's 917-862-1442 or 929-234-0114. That's 929-234-0114. Saturday the 28th of June. It's all about Pretty Like a Rose, the all white edition. Yo, Alliance family, your one link. The party then a normal.
Too pretty for your link with the yes man. Send your location. Players give it up where we are.
Planning to take a trip to Guyana, planning to do a tour in Guyana. Well, this is the ideal company for you to call, and we're talking about Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours, airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaitro Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthews 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. Yo, Brooklyn, I hope you prepare for this one. It's a year-to-year event. Are we talking about Alliance Family and One Link Family Product presents to you the year-to-year ladies event called Pretty Like a Rose.
Pretty like a rose, yeah.
All white edition. It all goes on the 28th of June. Yes, Saturday the 28th of June. Our road leads to 276 Belmont Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. People, Oli Baba DJs on the card. I'm not going to tell no lie. We kick off from 10 p.m. until. Remember, for more information, you guys could contact 917-862-1442. That's 917-862-1442 or 929-234-0114. That's 929-234-0114. Saturday the 28th of June. It's all about Pretty Like a Rose, the all white edition. Yo, Alliance family, your one link. The party then a normal.
Too pretty for your link with the yes man. Send your location. Players give it up where we are.
Delroy, gotta say thank you for being a member of the channel. Like I said, guys, if you guys are interested in being, should I say again, if you guys are interested in donating to the channel, you guys could donate by being a member of the channel for only $2 a month, guys, okay? $2 a month. If you guys are interested in donating to the channel, you guys could drop anything in the Zelle or the Cash App that is provided at the bottom of the screen. Definitely for you guys. Also, you could donate to the channel by purchasing a super chat or a super sticker. Just hitting the $sign that is provided on your screen. Select the payment method and definitely send on. You understand? Anyway, let me jump into our next part of the show now. This part of the show is Rhonda. Rhonda Bob, for those persons know. She is the next person that definitely is on Subriyan case and the family case throughout this devastating time that they're facing right now with the loss of the 11-year-old daughter. So we're going to jump into the video and then we're going to open the phone line. Let me know what you think upon what she is saying about Subriyan and the family, okay? So let me jump into this. Fast, quick, fast. You know what is go already, you know? Yeah. Let me get this. Let me get this quick and fast, guys. Remember, like up the live, guys. Like up the live. Okay? All right.
Like I said, I believe that the father think that if he laid his child to rest, the money is going to stop coming. The money is going to start flowing. So they got to come up with new ways and new ideas now how to keep the money flowing. Okay? I think this fame got to him, or I think he's prolonging this. And I think if she's laid to rest, he feel like that attention is going to go away from them. Yeah, I agree with you. All he's looking for is fame. What I'm saying, I believe that if he feels that if he put this child to rest, that he's going to lose the funding that's coming in. Because what is people going to be funding? So they're going to, oh, we want to take it to this, and now we need an FBI. We want to pay somebody privately, so money could keep flowing and flowing and flowing. Let it go, sir. Okay, like I said, this public is going to turn on you eventually. You don't know how this world works. Your own people are going to get tired of you. Facts, he will lose the money. Yes. Profiting off of something like this is never good. It's never good. But he likes the attention. God could come in and it wouldn't be enough. Yeah. Well, sorry, he ain't not getting a penny from my hard-earned money. Your hair look beautiful. Thank you. Like I said, I believe that the father think that if he laid his child to rest, the money is going to stop coming.
We stop it there, right? They for show you the mindset of these people. I hear somebody say them and getting this she's sorry or they're sorry, but he's not getting the hard working money. Now let me make it clear to you guys, and I said it how much time. This is the reason, two things. This is the reason why it seems like it's a racial discrimination scene. And the second thing is, I tell you guys from before, I said, it's up to you if you want to donate. Nobody ain't forcing you. The Young's family is not forcing you. The Young's family, they say to tell you guys they are not forcing you to spend your money or send your donation. Now, Mr. Rhonda Bob, let me enlighten you with something, right? I know you're a mother, but right now you're talking like you're not a mother. You're talking like you're dumb, like you ain't got sense. Why all of you are running with this narrative that this man looking for fame or looking for money off of this whole situation? Because he looking for justice? Why y'all keep pushing this narrative that this man have to put down his child, or the family got to put them child down now because y'all think it's time they should put down their child? What stupidness y'all they talking? Rhonda, you always talking some stupidness. You just like Jesse. All I is the same. All of y'all. But one by one, we going to silence y'all. One by one, the father already came out and he tell y'all. He don't dep on begging. He don't really looking for beg nobody for nothing. But at the end of the day, they would love to get your support because why? Everybody around the world is supporting them within wherever. And everybody see this little God, angel that Doble Hotel took her life was wrong. If I was in Subriyan's shoes, I didn't bury him a faking child neither until I find out what happened to me child. And I know, Rhonda, if you daughter get killed in a situation like that, because we know for a fact that this child didn't die inside the pool. This child died and then get put in the pool. The child was murdered. So what shit really, Rhonda, you come talking? And it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. These people them keep talking. That the father looking for money because them see the father or they see the parents them ain't laying the child to rest. Who is you to say these people them should lay the child to rest? Did your daughter get killed in Doble Hotel or any hotel in this manner? Only who feels it knows it indeed, Denise. Denise, sorry. Only who feels it knows it. She go by the name of Rhonda Bob. She live in Queens. She's a next TikTok content creator. It's like all them TikTok. Last time we show one of them named Angelo. Now Rhonda. Then we show you Jesse. Jesse, get calm down. The one Rhonda, now she. Why everybody got a problem with the Young's family with this situation? If the people them want to put them to rest, put your daughter to rest, them daughter to rest, is on them. If they don't want to, you is not to see. We don't care who turn upon we don't care who talk what. If the day come that sugar go down in the earth and days it and we ain't get no answer, we still care, we still glad that we fight. Because this fight is not for Adrianna alone. It's for all who get unjust. So Miss Rhonda Bob, come after the man case. Come after the family case. Hello, good night.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live.
Yes. She's the second Jessie. She can get silent too. She can come up just now. These people then don't have no goddamn heart. But she can come right back and apologize to the world. Wait and see.
Yeah, man.
She can get called too.
I telling you, my sister, respect my sis. Yeah, man. Hello, good night.
Hey, Vibes. You know, it's heartbreaking that sometimes I'd love to be on your show, but it's heartbreaking when I listen to these ignorant, idiotic fools. She need something to happen to somebody close to her. Then she will know what it feels like. If they didn't touch that man's child, he wouldn't be on there. Nobody would have been there to say, well, donate or anything like that, because he would have been happy with his child today. So she needs to shut up, go find something to do, or find some other ways of making content instead of trying to make it off of this child that lost her life for no reason. Sometimes, you see, I've been off this show for a couple of days. I've been listening, but I don't call in because I know some of them how mad I get for this food. The things I hear these people talking, it just gets me ignorant. Here, but keep it up. Don't give up. We're not giving up.
Love my sister. Love.
All right.
Straight. I know y'all is getting mad, and I is getting mad too. But I like bring it to the forefront, and I like talk about it. Because I know them is here. I know them is get for here. All them will start and we come and react to them right here. Them is get for here. It is get back to them. I know if you Rhonda was your daughter, they die like that in dumb manner. You didn't talking like that. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night for you. I'm enjoying your program.
Yeah,
okay.
man.
Miss Rhonda Bob. And I want her to get it clear.
Shit.
Let her keep it in her thick skull. Let her remember she's a content creator. And each and every one of us on this live tonight that has TikTok, we are going to boycott you. She's very racist because when she had attacked the 592 community, Melly Mel and Odessa, and when they turned on her, and then Lowell turned on her, she had a problem with it. Well, we're attacking her. She eyes past the youngs.
Yes.
She past them.
Yes.
You understand? She's disrespectful. She's nothing more than a PPP. I remember when she disrespected those women, you understand? She went and she drank penny rum and tells herself she was 5 cents drunk, but she didn't know that was coming for her. She very, very, very much disrespectful.
Yeah, man.
And tonight, justice for Adrianna. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Let's go take Barrett on them. 4 that got sanctioned today by the U.S. Treasury Department. The big police, the big superintendent. Let's go and tell them, you understand? They want money, you understand? They're in position and they want money. That's our responsibility. At the end of the day, Adrianna is a child of our soil, and we do whatever we want. She parents them ain't gonna do nothing. That's our responsibility. So Rhonda Bob, carry yourself. Ugly self.
Hello, good night.
Hello, good night. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm calling in regards of that nobody Rhonda Bob always flexing her muscles. That woman don't have no life. Subriyan then could get $1 million. We could give them. It's no business of hers.
Yes.
She is a no good. She working at some bar in Queens, must be living in some basement, flexing her muscle, with her good self. She knows to talk about the PPP now. She in the PPP packet.
Yeah.
Who is this disgusting woman? She don't get a life.
Yo, I tell
She's
you, my sister.
disgusting, Rhonda Bob. Who is she? She should be the next one. Trump should come and get her ass deported because I don't even know if she gets a green card.
I telling you.
She was on Melly Mel case. Look at her. She's disgusting.
Yo.
Get a life, girl. Go to school, go to some college, get some education, and get a life.
Get a life. Thank you, my sister.
Bye. Thank
Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, fire.
Yes, I.
You know that Rhonda Bob, she need to get a life. You know, you could see that's nothing but hatred.
Yeah.
We didn't ask her for any money. We did not ask her for a dime. Whatever money we want to give is on us. And this to show you how people are so evil and selfish. That's nothing but selfishness. And she always with her nonsense. Like the lady said, she needs to get a life. She needs to go and get a life of her own.
Yeah,
or a man if she ain't got one.
I telling you, boy. Thanks, Auntie.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how they acting with the people like money coming out of their pocket. Nobody didn't ask them for nothing. It's left to you if you want to donate. The family didn't ask for anything. It's the God in us that's given to them. So what is the problem? I won't bury my child. I would not bury her. And if I had to cremate her body and take it back to Guyana, I would not bury her.
Thank you so much, yeah, man. Yeah. This is we talking about straight. You understand? That's what we talking about straight. And we ain't lying. You know what I mean? Let me get back this call here, so. I don't know what me she. Hello, good night, you're live.
Good night.
Yes, good night.
Rhonda, I got one thing to say to you.
Sean.
You see how Jesse run out to apologize? Just know that you on the list, right?
You on the list.
You, Freddie Kissoon, and critics. Just know that you on the list. Me, you on the same turf.
Yes.
Right? And I ain't gonna come after you because I got something better for you. Right? We on the same turf.
I telling you, boy.
The first time I ever saw this thing was when she came after Melly Mel. Right? And Melly Mel is my small sister, right? Because we grew in the same house. I was living at Melly Mel them, right? Now you're coming after my family. Just know that you're going to run out like Jesse. Worse than Jesse. That's all I have to say to you.
Thank you so much, man.
Trust me.
Have a good night.
Greetings, for how the eye?
I just don't brass. You don't know.
You see, when I talk, there's one tell me about I racist and I think, look at Rhonda Bob. People in she comment. It's there lal and ram. It's pay coolie people for she thing. There's talk about the Rastaman predators and the Rastaman this about coolie and it's some wicked people and it's PPP agenda they're pushing. We know them. We smell them. We hear them when we hear them. But don't worry. If I was them family, I wouldn't bury me daughter till I get the justice. You see the justice coming out every day. You hear what the police lady say? The justice there, we done crack the case already and the truth done reveal already. Nasty coolie them. That's why I can't trust them and I ain't like them and I ain't coming after the case. The Rastaman gonna stay burning them out. You understand? Because it's wickedness in the format, brethren. Wickedness. Wickedness, man. It's just justice we looking for, Adrianna. It's just justice. And because the truth coming out, you take it. And you coming with it. Look, the man jump on me case this morning. Calling me a racist and thing. But we aren't y'all, man. We aren't y'all. The Rasta come burn you with the fire. We aren't you. Manners, my brother.
Respect. Yeah, man. Hello, good night.
Good night for your feelings.
Now get in from the radio, man. Station. And now catch your brother running in. I said like I miss the show, man. Yeah, but
Yeah, my brother.
I catch the thing there. Left Rhonda Bob to guy in the road by from Canada. He does deal with his sad. By tomorrow he gonna deal with his sad on what she say. You see? People without them in get heart and cockroach to eat out their conscience. You understand? That's all I have to say.
Respect, my brother. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's how he pass, brother. It's how he pass, you know what I mean? It's how he pass. Real thing, no joke. Yeah, guys, like up the place, you know what I mean? Phone lines are open, guys. Phone lines are open. Hello, good night.
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Yeah, good night. This Fire?
Yeah, man, you're on to the show, baby.
Hello, good night.
Turn on
Hello?
your TV. Turn on your TV for me.
Okay, Fire, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you clear.
Okay. Yeah, what I got to say, the truth is coming out piece by piece. And another thing I want you to highlight on your program, let Dr. Todd knows that the pathologist from Delaware go after him. Because there's a lot of truth there. Because what the President Ali read out, I don't believe that's what the pathologists give them. Maybe what the pathologists give them, they add to it and put in what they want. So the whole truth will unravel once Dr. Todd goes after the pathologists, especially the ones from Delaware, because he is an American citizen. Once you're an American citizen, you're a pathologist. You're supposed by law to tell the truth, and also he was to hand over the report to the parents. The parents can file a lawsuit against them concerning that. Because up to now, they haven't received anything at all. Before the public, Mr. Ali had come out and read out to the public, the family first should get the report first. So there's a lawsuit there. Remember now, if the doctor from Delaware is an American citizen, you go after him. He came in the Caribbean from Delaware to commit a fraud. So by that now, I believe the FBI could come in, because I remember cases in other countries. I remember in Jamaica when they had these gangster guys like the Dudus and so on, Jim Brown sons and them. Remember, America have a law where they can come into the Caribbean and come for anybody and go with them. They can come, but I don't think the Caribbean could, but they have this way where they can come to take a Caribbean citizen and carry them to the States and try them. So I believe by the doctors came in and commit some form of fraud and lie and do a cook-up. Dr. Todd could go after that doctor and go after him. And if the case crack, and you find out all the lies and all that they have done, then the FBI finally comes in to say, well, my citizens come into Guyana and commit some fraud here, so let's come in to investigate without Mr. Ali have to give anything, because an American citizens come on another soil and commit wrong.
Straight.
You hear me, Fire?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So me believe the case can crack there. Dr. Todd need to hear this, because what the three pathologists did, it's a cook-up. That ain't normal. You can't just jump to drowning like that when the case have so many other factors to it. That's ridiculous. And another thing I want, Fire, I want every Guyanese from Russia, Poland, US, wherever you be, come to vote. Your country is on the line. You don't have another chance now, because we don't know what's going to happen now. Anytime you see Trump die, it's going to be chaos. And if anything happened to Trump. So Guyanese, I am calling on you all over the world. You going to set the trend for this election. Every Guyanese, I'm not even talking the Guyanese in Guyana, the diaspora all over the world. Like, you people got the ball in all your hand.
And you people on the outside, the Guyanese is going to set the record for this election. Comes in wherever you be, make your presence known, your country dependent it. You are the richest Caribbean in the world, and Guyanese all over the world migrating here, there, when your country is the richest. All this resource, diamonds, oil, and you people, look how Guyanese country look. Guyanese country should not be look like that. It should have more upgrade. Look how Trinidad look. Trinidad look like Manhattan. High-rise building, all kind of nice building and look well done. Why Guyana look like that with all that amount of resource? It is a shame. Where is the oil money going? Where is the diamond money going? Guyana people, please represent for this election. All you need to partake of the wealth in all your country. You can't have them kind of millions of dollars generating in your country. And are you living so? Come on, man. Look where Subriyan live. Subriyan, I say every time it rain in the community where you live, it flooded. There wasn't, are you not supposed to live like that? Is the other Caribbean people who ain't got no oil, they barely have any farmer resource. And they're even better than Guyanese who have all the wealth and all the diamonds and all the oil. Come on, Guyanese, all over the world. This election, you going to set the record straight. US, UK, St. Martin, Caribbean, wherever you be, all try find that money, all Guyanese in diaspora. Fly out for this election. Dash out them corrupt people and them wicked ass people. Fling them out, and they should never come back into government. The wicked.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, let me jump into this next video, guys, as we go down. Yeah. Then we getting up it's at 12:30. We're gonna go up 2 guys. You know how it is already. Alright. Let me jump into this next video, guys. Let me hear what this young man has to see. Alright. Yeah, I don't know the code already over here, so
King, yeah, done I speed the realest thing. Well, people, we get something for discuss real fast. Let me get straight into the reading. The fire which destroyed parts of the Doble Hotel on April 24, 2025. The same day, 11-year-old Adrianna Young's body was found in the hotel pool was deliberately set, according to Deputy Chief Fire Officer Dwayne Scotland. No more people. I want we go past the part. It was deliberately set. How much of y'all could remember this video? Who this guy? Who are them people there? Here we have the individual again. And it's like this man ain't got a key in the world that this place on fire. Everybody else look like the last. Y'all over the right, my people. No. Hear this part. Fire investigators concluded their probe over the weekend, determining arson based on evidence collected at the scene. What evidence y'all this collect at this scene? Right? That y'all reach to the conclusion that it was deliberately set on fire.
I tell you.
Not only the people. Let me read. The hotel became the center of public outrage after Adrianna's death triggered widespread suspicion and protest. On the day of the fire, angry crowds stormed the hotel, looted it, and later set fire to the owner's home in Virgin Eugene. Meanwhile, the investigation into Adrianna's death, ruled a drowning by 3 foreign pathologists, remains ongoing amid the family's insistence that foul play was involved. Canadian homicide expert Leonard Mokoshen is now assisting the Guyana Police Force, which is reviewing surveillance footages and other material evidence as the case nears what officials describe as its evidence culminating stage. Now, my people, y'all had evidence, surveillance footage. What kind of surveillance footage? Big up to the public. Listen to what I'm saying. Big up to the public for everything we y'all do concerning this case. It seems as though if it wasn't for the public that information right now is being kept from, if it wasn't for the public, a lot of these surveillance footages and other material evidence would have not been possible. You understand what I'm telling you? And right now we feel as though we in the dark. We feel as though we in the dark. This ain't really mean nothing, people. This ain't really telling we nothing. It was deliberately said. By who? How this fire start? These surveillance footages, did it show how this fire start? Negative. I know it didn't show how it start. But the surveillance footages that y'all watched, that y'all could come to a conclusion, it was deliberately set. Deliberately means y'all know for a fact somebody set this place afire. Who did it? Who did it?
You're right.
This is majority of the people them already saw this out in the head that it was deliberately set. So y'all ain't telling me nothing. This is not what we want here. Do better than this. Who deliberately set this fire? Where was this fire set? Look at the footages very carefully. The public do their best. Look at the footage very carefully. Y'all will see, partner. Y'all don't know. Y'all, I like how y'all could mention for a fact that the public set the house on fire. The owner house. So who set the hotel on fire?
That's what I'm saying. I know the public set the owner house on fire, but the hotel, the public ain't set the hotel on fire. And you can't say the house catch a fire or was set on fire and then it end up spreading to the hotel. Is not nothing like that. We see clearly that the fire was coming out of one room. We see clearly that was coming out one room. You understand? Yeah, man. We know for a fact. You gotta call the next number. All right. The next number that's on the screen right now. For those persons who may be calling the next phone, the next number, remember we changed the calling number, 762-390-2619. That is the calling number, guys, for you, all right? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Is like, come on. We already see, we know that the hotel was not set on fire by the people. You understand? Anyway, let me take two call. Get into the next segment. Hello, good night.
Vibes. What kind of contradicting story is this? You couldn't find footage to see Adrianna,
Telling you, right?
but suddenly the camera is working to find footage that the fire was set.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. Oh my God. These people are crazy. You know what? They're selling themselves out. They're getting confused. God is confusing them. So now their mind is don't know where to go anymore because, and I'm so happy that the parents are not letting up. And the people are not letting up because if they had let this go, it would have gone sweep under the rug. But because they know that people are going to the way out to the end of the earth to get justice for this little girl, so now they're confused. They don't know what to do. Camera wasn't working, but all of a sudden, camera is working to get footage to show that the fire was set.
I tell
That's
you,
all I'm saying.
he is chopping his by tremendous amount of shit. Me, sorry, sweetie. Sorry. If you want to call back, it's okay. You understand? Tremendous amount of shit. Me know if it's donkey shit, cow shit, horse shit, or human shit. But this is too much of shit. These people here ain't good. Hello, good night.
Hey, fire. Good night. Hey, fire.
I'm listening to you live.
Yeah, man. I hear you make a statement just now that you know the protester set the house on fire.
Yeah.
But you don't know that.
Right? I do know that. I do. Listen me, big man. Big man, listen me. Listen me.
So you
listen me, no, man, before you start
and hear
talking.
What's up with that.
Listen me. I end up on YouTube for talk things for likes and views. I see with my own eye. The house was lighted by the protesters, not the hotel. The hotel room that Leroy was in sitting down, that's the same hotel room. This is the same room that was light of fire that Leroy came out. I know what you're talking about. Me talking on talk,
No,
so
you
because I
don't know
want to
the
talk.
fire. You won't see protesters set no house on
But I
fire.
see when the
You're
people them
putting
start.
yourself there. You're putting yourself as a witness to be called.
So we trying to tell me the videos them why see. If I talking upon the videos them, I rang with what I saying with the videos them.
You gotta wait. You can't make those pronouncements.
This was is this
You can't make those pronouncements. Other people got make those. You got a program that you can't pronounce on certain things. You gotta let people pronounce on those things.
Bro, I could pronounce anything I want to pronounce, big boy. Come on for me phone. I could pronounce anything I want to pronounce. You can't come for me show and tell me what I must do from what I can do. I been covering this story from since the girl died to now. So bigger, listen what I'm telling you. If you think to yourself that you don't like what I'm talking, scroll. Just scroll and go and watch something else. I'm telling you, thank you very much. I could say what I want to say because I'm giving my input, my point. You can't tell me I can't say though. I telling you, big boy. The main fact of the story is if the owner house was set on fire, that could not make the hotel set on fire. This is what I'm trying to say. That we had this show so much people whereby people call and say, yeah, the protesters them set the place on fire. People who see. Relax yourself. Hello, good night.
Hey, Fire, good night.
Really, you coming here and telling me? Yeah, continue.
Listen to this carefully. Don't get heated. Listen carefully. We all make mistakes in life. Let me correct you of what you said. You said I know the protesters set the owner house on fire. What the man was saying to you, he was not wrong. You have to say allegedly, because indeed you do not know. So he was not telling you wrong. Maybe you didn't understand what he was saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just correcting you of what you said. Because indeed I heard you said the same thing. So he didn't say anything wrong.
Okay,
And you always you always stand correctly. So you need to apologize to the man because he didn't tell you anything wrong.
Or maybe how he put it over must he this way.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I call you to let you know.
Respect. And I mean nothing bad to he, but you can't tell me I can't say because I know what I'm saying. Even if I say I know is the protesters them set the house on fire, I am speaking upon the. Remember now, this is a calling show, and since we've been doing this show here, sir, they got persons who been there on spot calling and say, yo, listen. This is what happened. I apologize. Right? Me mean it in no bad way. But I'm saying, because I've been covering this story ever since, remember, the spice were all right. Even if I say I know, I'm saying I know upon what people came and say, people calling and say that was there. All right, uncle? So this is what I'm saying. So I'm correcting myself. I know by what the video showed and what people said. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night. Hey, Fire, brother.
Yeah, my brother.
That lady last talked to you there, she's correct.
Yeah.
And where you apologize, I see you're decent enough to apologize.
Yeah,
and I respect you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking the same thing like the other guy. Suppose now the owner them had evidence in the house and they start the fire and the protester them continue with the fire, what people see. Suppose they were burning evidence at their house now. So I don't know, but I'm just saying. So that lady was correct to tell you that you just say allegedly. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you,
yes,
uncle.
my
All right. Yeah, man. There's one thing with me, I have a sense of humor. But maybe how he put it over, I must be reacting in a bad way or some kind of way, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying upon the evidence whereby we have been gathering, we don't have to be working with the we don't have to be police officers and all these things. But since we have been covering the situation, countless people has been calling that was there that said that the hotel was set on fire by the owners. We saw a video, but the house was set on fire by the protesters, right? Even allegedly, we use allegedly, okay, but that's what person said. They didn't come and say over here allegedly. They said I told the protesters them set the house after they found the body. They set the house on fire. We saw fire in the hotel, but the fire that we saw that started in the hotel was at the bottom flat where the glass was that they was throwing rocks and so forth to break up. But the hotel fire that really escalated and set the whole hotel on fire, caused the whole hotel to burn, was the room that Leroy was in. So we know for a fact that the hotel was not set on fire by the protesters. But I rest my case with that. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling about the topic you're speaking about. They're saying for you to say allegedly because legally that takes you out of anybody calling you into court to testify to anything like that. They don't mean any disrespect.
Yes.
They're just trying to protect you and your platform because when you have a platform, you're liable for everything that comes out of your platform. If someone wants to take you to court, that word protects you
straight up
from anything. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you 100%. But on a platform and any of those talk shows or stuff like that, you will hear they say it allegedly.
Love that sister.
But thank you so much for the great work you're doing. And wonderful. Good night.
Right, good. Appreciate all of my subscribers. I love you guys, man. You know why it's already. Good night.
Good night, my brother.
Yes,
you know we all out here for you, my brother. I appreciate that you stand up and you apologize. You become Jesse now, you know. You second Jesse. Apologize. She was right, and I understand how he was talking about it. Okay, so we got to protect. And when you say you see, they can say that you was nowhere in Guyana. So
for real.
Stand up, my brother.
Yeah, my brother.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm glad for that. All right.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Big up yourself, Carlo. Once again, and Carl, that, you know what I mean? I apologize. And like I say, you know what I mean? I should have said, you know what I mean? Allegedly, indeed. But, you know, why I ain't say allegedly? Because, you know, I'm speaking upon what people said. And, of course, I have to be careful with what I say, you know what I mean? But could be how you must bring it over. But like I say, I apologize. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That's a discussion. It's not something like Jesse who come out, you know what I mean? I speaking upon the platform, and since we're covering the whole story, and I know you guys get what I'm coming from. So we're going to leave it like that. Shout out to Leonardo. Yeah. Leonardo for Funster. Yeah. Funster. Yeah. Leonardo, big up yourself for the $10 super chat donation. Really do appreciate it, man. Yo, shout out to everybody definitely rocking with us. Now this video that we're going to go in is a video with critics. Alright? It's a video with critics whereby critics literally made it clear that the government, you know what I mean, put it under the bus also. I want you guys to let me take a listen. Let me take a listen to this video here. So I love you guys, man. Yo, I love you. I love everybody over here. I'm not going to tell no lie. Let's jump into this quick and fast. Critics say so.
Is the fact that we refuse to accept any other narrative than what is being put out there. Let me give you an example. There's a big cover-up from Irfan Ali and Jack Deal. And I find it very difficult. Let me tell you why. Logic is logics. If you have an election year and you're heading into election year, this is the same Irfan Ali and Jack Deal they're talking about. And I don't have any issues or I'm not affiliated, I'm not a party member, I don't have anything. In fact, I cause them whenever I feel like. I say to critic what I don't like, and I say to the opposition what I don't like. I'm a citizen of this country. But if you have the election year, and this is the same government which asked a minister or accepted the resignation of a minister, a sitting minister, this is the same government who would have said to the world after sanction was saying that we want no part.
But I don't think anybody
believe. Why would you
that the government is covering up?
But that is the narrative. That is the narrative that's been sold.
The opposition and certain anti-government.
Why would you buy a narrative that says that the government is trying to do that in the election year? You got to be committing political suicide to do that. And when I listen to
you think the opposition is logical?
At the rituals, at the cover-up, and I'm saying no. The Jagdio and Irfan are sitting at wherever they're sitting, and you're so busy doing things international. You got Venezuela breathing down your back. You got time for somebody who's not a political party member or whatever that is there to go cover up.
Political party member?
Sorry.
They throw Mohammed's under the bus. They throw Nigel Damlad. They throw anybody.
I think
that affects the PPP in a negative manner.
They throw
them under the bus.
They throw you under the bus.
Yes.
But hold on.
Yo, let tell you something. Let tell you something. You see critics? By critics is make I laugh by. Critics say them is throw you under the bus. I want y'all listen carefully what the government is doing. I want y'all listen what this man saying.
You under the bus?
Under the bus. They throw anybody under the bus.
I'm not asking throwing anybody. Did they throw you under the bus?
Anybody that affects them negatively, they go make laugh after me. But Jagdio stood up and said we don't support this man cussing people and all them things now.
But hold on.
Yes,
but you understand.
They made reference to me.
You understand the point I'm trying to make. You have all these narratives that are coming out, and everybody buy it wholesale without being logical. Could it have been a possibility, Freddie Kisun and Mikhail, that the police went down there? A rich man says that these people in front of my hotel, they said the girl drowned there, and we not seen any drowned body, and they want to break up the hotel and come in my hotel. Could you come down? Could it have been a narrative like that the police went there? A rich man.
It couldn't have been. It that is what it was.
Well, I believe that it could have been a combination of facts, and the police screwed up. And I'm glad that the government has said we're going to review. We want to see the 911 calls being recorded. I want to see a different protocol or updated protocol and missing persons, how we treat it. But it cannot be that we continually in this mature, or it's supposed to be a mature era, that we is the fact that we refuse to accept any other narrative than what is being put out there. Let me give you an example.
Ali, they stop there. Yo, let me tell you something. You see this band of critics? This band of critics is trouble. Critics, that's two-faced. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. The man said the government is throw anybody under the bus. Jack Dio stand up on the press conference and say he not siding with nobody that caused them. Hey, Freddie Kisun. So wait, they throw you under the bus. The man said they throw anybody under the bus. And I tell you the same thing to the other day. I told you guys the same thing the other day. I said this is how the government is work. You understand? When the government, when the government, right, see that when the government see that people looking in like the FBIs and these banners from foreign looking in and seeing, watching, peeping them, then in keeping you next to them by. Hello, good night.
Good night, Craig. Hey, I'm going to tell you something, I tell you what I meet cousin today, right? I said what your name is the weakest link. What your name with the photo at?
Leroy.
Leroy. And I said, no. I said, critic if the government really hold up on him. He will scream for all of them.
Yo, I feel so too.
He would scream for all of them. He's the weakest link.
I tell you, boy, what critics is killing me out, boy.
All right, dear, listening again.
Respect,
right.
my brother. Yo, critics say the government is throw anybody under the bus. I tell you, Kisun say wait. So they throw you under the bus. Critics say throw anybody under the bus. What do you mean if they throw me under the bus? Them throw me under the bus. You understand? Them throw me under the bus. Them say them inside in with nobody. With up on Facebook, cussing out, abusing out. Know them in their ponder. So them pull away from, you know what I mean, from that. So, let me jump into this video here so that I saw that I had to bring to the forefront. Where is the president stating on some stuff? We got to bring it to you guys. Let me see this. President Infanati reaction to the United States in possession of section on the Guyana Police Force senior officer for allegedly narcotics trafficking. What going on here, sir? Senior officer? Who could that be? Let me jump into this here, sir, and hear what the president really saying about this situation here, guys. Let's get this.
Investing in new scanners and other technology that will help us to strengthen our security. We're also investing in a border control system. With the US, we're working on the port security and the border security. So we have been having a lot of success. Now, in relation to the sanctions and the police officer, there are a number of things that will happen, of course. The police officer will have to proceed and administratively. I've already spoken to the ambassador, requested all the information that is available so that we can proceed with action.
Did the police ever conduct an investigation on its own following the 4-ton cocaine bust in the Northwest?
Well, I don't go into the details of the investigation, but I know that there have always been tremendous partnership. You remember that bust in Region 1?
That's what I'm referring to.
Partnership. So there has been partnership, sharing of information, and I'm sure there was engagement from the security front.
Were you blindsided by this
I won't say
sanction by the police today?
I won't say that. I won't use the word blindsided. The US has been discussing with us. We've been working together on this security issue, and the US has been talking to us on various initiatives. The target persons who are involved, whether it's formal or informal setting.
Why only send them an administrative leave and rather than launch an investigation?
Well, remember, that's not my decision. The Police Service Commission and the Commission will send him on the administrative leave. The investigation will be ongoing. So you have to launch an investigation, you have to have the information. So I've spoken to the US Ambassador, and I know the security architecture infrastructure is also seeking this information.
Mr. President,
my question is,
go ahead.
The Mohammeds and the tax issue again.
Transparency International is, let me tell you, Transparency International in Guyana is a fake organization. It's an organization that's political. It's an organization that has no transparency in itself. Let me start by saying that. Then we go on to say now that I've spoken on this matter. I've issued a statement. There's absolutely nothing I'm going to add on it.
Did you? But when it comes to the,
did you engage Mr. Mohammed on the taxes that should be paid?
I have said I've said very clearly to you on this matter. I don't have any authority on taxes. Any citizen can raise any issue with me. Those matters are forwarded to the relevant agency. The agency is what makes decision. And if a document is falsified and brought an agency or sent to anyone, then what do? We have to wait until we get the true and correct document, which we have now, which the United States has shared. And that's the.
But why in the first instance would you have an engagement with him on the matter of the taxes that
why are you saying I had an engagement with him? The gentleman showed. Did the gentleman show? Did you see any engagement there?
Well,
did you see any engagement there?
He's claiming this.
Well, he can claim. This guy is also claiming that he's not sanctioned. This guy is claiming that he did not evade taxes when the evidence is clear before him. The duplicity and dishonesty. I would not be part of that. This guy can claim whatever he wants, but the truth is glaring before him.
My question is, did you have a conversation on WhatsApp with him about the fact?
I can't say what conversation. Marcel, I have conversation with every guy. And making my number public as if it's something fanciful, those around you will tell me. Any agency, every day, I've never changed my number. Citizens send different issues. All the issues are forwarded to different agencies. Every single day I receive issues by residents, by citizens, and it is my style to ensure that those things that citizens raise with me are sent to the agency. The taxes is a matter for the Guyana Revenue Authority.
Did he ask you for help?
The Revenue Authority, I can't say what he asked for. He showed me what he has asked for. But I don't know what help. I can't help in tax matters. If an issue is raised with the president, he forwarded it to the agency. That's all.
Did he raise it with you though?
I don't.
You can't remember the conversation?
He showed the extent of a conversation. I can't recall anything. But he showed the extent of the conversation. What did he see? Let us be honest to ourselves. What did we see there? Any citizen can raise something with me. I said, goes to GRA, and GRA make the decision. I have nothing else to add. He's dishonest. He is dishonest. The crux of the matter is that this guy is dishonest, and he has cheated the country of taxes. He has cheated the country of taxes. He shared an invoice that he know, and he admitted even recently. He keeps saying that the invoice is $75,000. When all the proof of transport to the company, the proof of the invoice sent by the US is glaring him in the face, and he still maintains the lie that he shared in the text and shared with GRA.
But I think that the matter is,
there is not a matter. I'm finished with that.
About the
I am finished. What reduction? You saw me. You saw me.
No, the allegation of the reduction.
No. Marcel, hold a second. Marcel, hold a second. This guy is saying that. This dishonest guy is saying that. And you say that is the truth?
I didn't say the truth.
Oh, well, I'm telling you, this guy is dishonest. This guy is dishonest. This is a guy who has robbed the revenue of this country. $50 million US.
But you see how things is. Look how the president going on, right? This man rob, this man rob, this man rob. All the time when he and Muhammad was friend, you didn't hear him about no robbery. But now you're hearing robbery. This man, Muhammad, show the world that he and Mr. and Infernali had a conversation whereby he tell Infernali the tax should be 50 million. Infernali said no, 20. So why you want to pay so much? Now Infernali telling me that this man is ungrateful and he is lying. You understand? When Muhammad show we were going on, it's crazy. This is why I keep telling y'all I don't want to get mixed up in politics, bro. Politics is a wicked man game. Hello, good night.
Good night, Fire Feelings.
Yeah.
Hear how this thing work. He talking about he have the evidence from the US. This would have nothing to do with the US. Once Mommy don't pay for the car and it reach to Guyana, that have to do with the government, with the taxes. Just like tariff. China don't pay tariff for nothing that comes they send to here. The person who imported pay the tariff to the US government.
Okay.
So what he's saying about Mohammed, he lying. He helped Mohammed to clear the vehicle through the revenue service of Guyana. That not no invite from America. America don't business once you don't pay the taxes and shipment to send. You think you got to deal with that when it reach to your shore. You understand?
Real thing, bro.
Who don't know. But these guys just talk to people. Well, they feel everybody's stupid and they got sense.
This is it.
But you know what? We have many sense. We have road sense, book sense, and common sense.
Common sense.
All right,
Love, my
we
brother.
there.
Love. This is what I try to tell you, bro. And everybody's seeing. Watch, I'll tell you something, right? A lot of person talking about what Infernali did and what PPP do and all these things. And I applaud them for whatever they did. But deep down inside, these one of them motive is wrong. And we know is wrong, bro. It's not no if nor but. Hello, good night.
Fire.
Yes, I.
Like my brother. Let me tell you something. They gotta find out. I could identify at least 9 businessmen in Guyana got at least 5 or 6 luxury vehicles. I know they pay the duty bit.
Aye. Aye.
Some of my friends.
Okay.
You understand? I won't call name.
Waiting.
But I'm waiting for the rest. Because no Mohammed got all the evidence.
Aye.
I know Mohammed got it tonight. I allow Mohammed to do his job. Because not me to come in out of Mohammed.
Right.
So Mohammed could defend himself.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
The president is a liar, a bare-faced liar. You understand? I can't believe the Muslim are lying so much, boss.
I'm telling you, boy.
There's a daisy Muslim religion, boss.
But this will show you.
That man, hey, that man, hey, what happened? Hey, Jack, you got school, there's practice for life. I free the most. There's got a room, there's go and practice how they can tell a lie today. Yeah? King Liar teach all them how for lie. Jack Dio.
What?
Yeah? Lion the liar, friend. Yeah? His mother was the liar, you know.
Yeah, man. No lie.
Man, I mean, I'm fighting on my head, I'm fighting on my bike.
Yeah,
I don't want them to attack nowhere close to me. You understand? I might to find my shots.
What? Big up yourself, partner. One love. One love, I. Yo, I'll tell you something. And you could see these man of face that they lying. You could see in these man of them face. Right now, this is what Muhammad want ask infinitely for we just now say.
Man, soldier man, you vexed me over. You vexed me over. Something bothering you over. You sick over. Your brains are working good over.
If not your brains ain't working good or man, already got now president. Your brains ain't working. Something wrong with your brains. Real talk. Hello, good night.
Vibes. Honestly, I don't know much about these people. I'm looking at the names, I'm learning about the different names. I'm confused who is really the president. First they say it's Jack Dio, but then most of the time I'm seeing Infinity in the front page. But you know what? Mohammed, what he got on them, he should start talking.
Yeah.
Because I know personally from the short time I'm trying to learn the Guyana's politics right now and listening, he has dirt on them.
Yeah, man.
And so they're trying to spill out before him, but he's staying a little too quiet for me because they're throwing him under the bus and he whatever he got, he should start representing before it gets too late.
This is what he's saying.
Because for the short while I've been listening to this program, I'm hearing a lot of people coming and talking so much about him. I know some people up in here that says that you know what, they're coming home to vote, right?
Really?
But I said like I can't get involved in that because I don't know who is who. I don't know how it works. I don't know what's going on in Guyana for so long. But the thing is that if Mohammed is genuine and I listened to this man just not talking trash, you could see his body language that you know he is just look at his body language.
That's what he's saying.
Right? He's not even answering the questions straight. He acting like my president I got here, Trump. So Mohammed needs to, if he know he's genuine and he's really there for the people of Guyana, he needs to come out and speak up and represent himself. And if you know he's telling the truth, then he needs to represent. That's all I got to say.
Respect my sister. Love and love alone. Yeah, man. Obvious is love and love alone. This is what we talking about, brother. You could naturally see and rating like the caller before this caller call and say. You understand? They got banners in Guyana, got luxury vehicle that got link with the PPP. That knows somebody. Must be a friend with sheriff, with a friend with something. Look, the other day, sheriff went in, big scene, whereby a man end up link sheriff and say, hey, what's going on? I want bringing a cyber truck, and I know you think tough with the PPP. Sheriff, give the man all assurance that you're good to go. When the man bring in his cyber truck, sheriff hold on upon the man's cyber truck and got the man's cyber truck and got the man through a whole procedure. So these are the things we're talking about. What about sheriff security with the helicopter we got and the rest of luxury vehicle? I know for a fact sheriff security ain't pay all of them taxes that they want to implicate upon Muhammad. I know the for a fact. All with them trying to implicate upon Muhammad, sheriff security, let me left all the rest of big boys them in the country. Cause like I tell you all already, this is how Guyana run. If you left Guyana for so much years and y'all ain't know, it's just 6 years now I left Guyana. 6 years. This is not no long time. And I get informed with everything what's going on in Guyana as I'm not in Guyana. And I'm telling you, in Guyana, the big boys them is linked with the politician them. This is not nothing to do with PPP alone. It's something we know all the days of my life. And I keep telling y'all, ever since I doing live, I start doing this show, I tell y'all this is how Guyana stay. It's either you got a friend will know a friend in the politics world. This is how you get certain things. So obviously PPP in power, the friends them gonna link a friend, forget certain linkage in the country. This is how it is go. But they're trying to bring this thing now with Muhammad. Like Muhammad is some bad man with these cars. And these same luxurious vehicle they used to borrow or used to drive in. It wasn't a problem. But soon as them and Muhammad break up, is a big situation whereby some big scene with that. Your IK is zero about these one of them. This is why it's don't able with. You take one more call, we go into our next video. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night. I'm calling in connection with Doble story. I mean, I want to know now this your statement that the case is closed. They have sent it to the DPP for review on charges. And now the owner going around with the police looking to stole the stuff from the hotel, like chairs and whatever. So I wanted to know how the police find time to go around with him to do that, and they couldn't find time to go and look for the care.
Right.
You understand me? I don't understand this BS that's going on.
That's crazy for truth. I don't lie, that's crazy. Real thing.
And now, I don't know if you saw the video with him at the place they now stacking up to go and start rebuilding.
Yes.
It's in a crime scene. How this kind of magnitude of BS going on? I just don't get it.
That's the same thing we just saying. How is a crime scene and you already putting up all kind of thing? I mean, I tell you, this is
But I was looking at the program earlier with Mr. London and that in private in the detective, and I really feel that they should get in FBI involved and reconstruct back that whole site.
Yes.
You understand me? At least they got some evidence to start working with. You understand me? And prior with the pathologist that came in, how come nobody have made contact with them as yet to find out as to whether what was the report that they issue, if it's the same report that the government read out to the nation, or if they issue the red report and the government read something else. We need clarity on that.
Real talk, straight, real thing.
But I don't know why is it that they're not trying to make contact with the pathologists then to find out exactly what went down.
Thank you so much, man. The real thing, straight. You know what I mean? Your uncle. And this, all of this, we'll be watching that and seeing that is bare foolishness them there upon. You understand? Anyway, let me jump into this video here, guys. Because you don't know we're coming down to the crunch time. It's 25 minutes after 12. We're going up to that 12:30 hour. And then we call it quits. Let's hear what this female have to say, guys.
Hi guys, good morning. So I'm here to tell us to let us not lose focus on what we already know that has been already played out on the table before us. Let us not lose focus on what took place that day at Doble Hotel when the commander in charge lied to the general public and to the family about the little girl's whereabouts. Let us not forget that when that father found the child in the pool, they were cotton wool found in her nostril, and that was confirmed by the father and the aunt and several other family members. Let us not forget about what we saw at that hotel that day, what the entire world saw. Let us not be distracted by the results of both of the autopsies. Let us hold a focus, be prayerful, vigilant, and continue to pray that God expose. Man would have promise that they will leave no stone unturned for this child. We have not seen that materialize. However, the God who started all of this will finish what he started. He's a God of completion. God will leave no stone unturned for this child's death. Everyone who knows something and who are involved in Adrianna's young mysterious death will and shall be held accountable by the true and living God. Don't take no worries. Adrianna Young was a seed of righteousness. If y'all don't understand what that means, she was a child of God, and God loves his children. She was innocent in every way possible, and God is going to fight for Adrianna Young. I am still hurting to see how so many people can be so foolish as to believe that this child actually drowned in that pool when the family said that they searched the pool thoroughly over and over. Y'all have no heart. Some of y'all have no heart to be saying such things. If it was your child, it would have hit different. But it's somebody else picked me. It's somebody else baby girl. It didn't hit you. Let us not lose focus. Hi guys, good morning. So I'm here to tell us to let us not lose focus on what we already know that has been already played out on the table before us. Let us not lose focus on what took place that day at Doble.
Okay, as you heard the female, man, let's take two calls. Hello, good night. Two more calls before we leave out of here, man. Yo. It's crazy. Side, wonderful show at the end of the day. Shout out to everybody that checking in. Yeah, man, we're not losing focus. You better believe, though. You better believe we ain't losing no focus. Nobody ain't showing we have. We don't care what Rhonda Bob say. We don't care what Angela say. We don't care what Jesse say. We don't care what none of them say. You understand? We fighting for Adrianna to the last breath God give you. You understand? The last breath God give us. You understand? Anyway, that was it for the show, man. Definitely got to be back here in the morning. You know, this is my job. So I'm going to pull the curtains down, definitely. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. It's Friday. You don't know what's up. You're going to be back here definitely tomorrow as we finish up. Let me take two more calls. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night. How are your feelings?
Yeah, my brother.
How's everything?
Everything blessed, you know.
Well, I want to know who in the right mind going to go back to the hotel there.
I ain't telling you this. What you saying? All the building, you know, if people still go there, something wrong by.
There might gotta be them PPP supporters who can go there. Who in the right mind going to go back there? Them people that are supposed to get run into exile. They can't live no place on the planet.
I'm telling you, me brother, what?
No matter what country you go to, they can't live no place on the planet. Where they think this is a joke? They really feel this is a joke.
This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. The people that really take this thing for a joke. No lie.
They really don't know what kind of caliber they don't take this thing to, man. This thing, we ain't taking this for no joke because one way or the other we gonna get justice for Adrianna. They gone too far this time here.
Yeah, man. Straight.
You understand?
Straight.
You walking around looking for furniture where the police got time for go around with this man in here for look for furnitures.
Telling you about it.
And they're supposed to be investigating the case.
Cruel, boy. Cruel.
They are past people, Bono.
Cruel, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's really placid. But hey, Bono, the thing I sit down, I watching this thing here with you on the show here, and I just getting vexed hearing about this thing here.
I know.
I say God for calling here. Who know right man and go back to the Jumbie place? You mean to tell me they actually gonna show their face in the place there and welcome people? They want to lash the face.
This is it. No heart. So you gotta get deal with like that. Straight.
One of you, they lucky we in there down there, Bonnie. Yo, they need but hey.
Yo.
They is really past people, Bonnie, because we got different way of dealing with things up here. You understand? Anyway, you on down tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah, man. They're back here tomorrow morning.
All right, good.
Yeah, man, brother. Respect. You done here, you got to tune in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Love and respect everybody that definitely tune in tonight. And I'm still loving you guys. All the time I'm going to love you. No stopping of loving for your support. All the time, you know what I mean? Once again, this is where we're going to pull the curtains down. See you guys here at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's Friday. I'm not going to be doing a show tomorrow night because Cartel is in Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow. So I already bought my tickets, everything. I'm a big Cartel fan. So definitely I will be going out to Cartel tomorrow. Have some fun for my birthday because I ain't going no way for the birthday. So this show tomorrow that I'm going is for not for Cartel. It's for my birthday. You understand? So I won't be doing no show tomorrow night, guys. I'm going to be out till Sunday. You're going to see me. It's either I make up my mind to how I wake up after tomorrow. If I wake up sober, you're going to get a show tomorrow. I mean, you're going to get a show, where tomorrow, Saturday is done Friday. You're going to get a show Saturday morning or you're going to get a show Saturday evening. I promise you guys. But to how I wake up, because I will be drinking to get drunk and crunk is my body. I ain't get to go out and do nothing for my body. So tomorrow night is when I'm going out for enjoy myself and my wife. See how it goes again. So look out for me Saturday evening. If you don't see me Saturday morning or Saturday in the day, look out for me Saturday night. I'm going to be here because it's my job. This is me job. I work from home. My wife work out. You know the thing where it's all who want chat and lip off their mouth. Yeah, I work from home. This is my job. And I got my advertising business. I work from home. So I'm going to be back here Saturday night. If you don't see me, Saturday evening. I mean Saturday morning or afternoon. Right? Love you guys. Peace. Stay safe. Stay blessed. You understand? And stay supporting Let's Start the Things TV. We out. See y'all.